It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. Thank you to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. And being here from Creswell High School tonight, I want to give a shout out to Athletic Director Kyle Corden for making it possible for us to video stream from here. I had to kind of do a few gyrations to make it all happen. We had a little bit of concern about Wi-Fi, but thankfully using the guest Wi-Fi here has worked out for us. I'm Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore. Billy Hanning is on the camera, coming to you live from Creswell High School in Creswell, Oregon. We thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night as we get set for this matchup between the host Creswell Bulldogs and the visiting Cascade Christian Challengers. Coverage today is brought to you by Table Rock Sports, Oregon's leading provider of live high school athletic streams through our Lithia Superstore Game Center at TableRockSports.net. Welcome to our home and visiting fans watching today. Joe Brett is our executive producer. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Table Rock Sports invites you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you to the over 4,500 fans who already have. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout, get a couple of commercials in, and then Mark and I will be back to get you ready for the game here on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Welcome back. This portion of our pregame show is brought to you by Abby's Pizza, with locations to serve you throughout Southern Oregon. Make Abby's your post-game stop with a menu that covers all your family favorites. Abby's is an Oregon post-game tradition since the 60s. See you after the game at Abby's. Jim McCoy here and Mark McLemore along with Billy Hanning on the camera, courtside at Creswell High School, and it's one of those iron sharpening iron type of games. We know that this game will serve multiple purposes for both the Challenger and Bulldog programs. For one thing, it'll definitely help you in the rankings, and right now, Challenger's sitting at number 9 in the OSAA Power Rankings, while the Bulldogs come in at number 13. They have similar records. Looks like this is a Bulldog team that has a lot of length on it, and of course, the Challengers are always looking to better themselves, particularly through their non-conference schedule. And a game like this provides that opportunity.
Yeah, it most certainly does. And you look at their common opponents, really the only common opponent that they've played, both teams, is Sisters. And the Challengers lost to Sisters in the Christmas Classic, if you remember that, 54-45. And that game was a little bit closer even than the score indicated. And last night, as a matter of fact, this Creswell team beat Sisters here at right here in this gym, 74-61. So Challengers lost to Sisters by a few, and the Bulldogs beat Sisters by a few. That's the only common opponent we see on their schedules. But I think this Challenger team is much better than they were back in Christmas Classic time. They've started to come together as a team. They're playing more cohesively, and I expect a much better showing tonight than what they had against Sisters earlier in the season.
Well, you mentioned that. I think one thing, you know, that you got new players that have come into the program, and then you have that mix of younger players who are coming up and stepping up into larger roles, and I think you kind of begin to see the pieces of the puzzle fit together in terms of the roles of different players on the team. Whereas I think with the Challenger girls, where you have a situation where you never really know from night to night, although it looks like it may be Bryn Coppage that is beginning to step into that scorer's role for the Challengers. But on the boys' side, it's been pretty consistently that Jake is leading the charge, and on any given night, he gets plenty of great support from the all-around game of Derek Farmer and from the scoring of Brady Klecker. And then, you talk about young guys that are stepping up and stepping into roles. Hutton Walker has been valuable off the Challenger bench, gives them that true point guard that they really don't have in the starting lineup, although they're finding ways to make it work without it.
Well, and I'd say they're playing around with the starting lineup, too. We'll see how this all plays out. I think there's still, 7 different guys that can start on any given night for the Challengers, and so it'll be interesting to see who he starts tonight, and some of that is going to depend on matchups and those kind of things, and Creswell is going to, well, at least they have most of the season started out with a full court press. So one of those things that you got to consider as a coach is who's going to be my ball handler, who's going to break the press, and those kinds of things. So we'll see who he starts tonight. I'm curious about that based on the opponent. And Jake has been the one piece that's been consistent all year. And as you mentioned there's been several other guys that have stepped up at different points of the season to really help out with the scoring load. And that's a good thing when you can see different guys do it, but you'd like to see more consistency out of the Challengers as well.
Well, one of the things we've begun to see as of late that a couple of guys I think gaining in confidence have been Gavin Hayes off the bench, and you mentioned kind of him being that guy that works really well around the hoop. Yep. Hudson Godsman has not only contributed in terms of his defensive efforts, but he had a good scoring game against Rogue River on Thursday night.
Yeah, and I think some of those guys are starting to get their confidence. Brady Klecker with that 22-point game against North Valley. So we'll see who steps up tonight and helps Jake with the scoring load, as it's going to be, it's going to be one of those games where you mentioned the length of Creswell. So the Challenge are going to have to run their stuff, and whoever's open is going to have to take those open shots. So we'll see for sure who ends up pulling those, hopefully helping Jake out with some of the scoring tonight.
Well, 7 seniors on this Creswell team, and this is a team that we've been accustomed to seeing at the 3A state tournament over the last few years, and I see some recognizable names on there that such as Tanner Freeze, or I look at players like
Ace
Mason
Arnold.
Schartz, Ace Arnold. That these are all guys that that this isn't their first rodeo. They know what to expect from the Challengers.
And what we've seen from them in the past is they're a very good three-point shooting team, and you cannot leave them alone at the three-point line. Pretty much everyone in their lineup can knock down threes if you let them. So I think that's important for the Challengers tonight to just make sure that they're defending all the way to the three-point line. So we'll see how that goes as well.
All right. Well, we're glad that you could join us. Want to remind you that for those of you who are Challenger fans, that coming up on Friday night, Challengers will host their crosstown rivals, St. Mary's, and it will also be Cascade Christian Sports Hall of Fame night. The class of 2026 includes longtime coach Paul Shea, also includes special contributor Max Brown, who's been a part of Grace and Cascade history for years, and then also Josh Heidegger, who was a big 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and track, on a big part of those first championship teams in football and basketball. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Coaches, officials, and other spectators. Speak out if you see inappropriate behavior by immediately notifying event management staff. Together we can provide a safe and respectful environment for all. Bottom line is have a good time and keep a positive attitude. Now this time let's go ahead and meet the teams tonight. And we'll start with the Challengers from Cascade Christian High School, coached by Brian Morse, representing the Southern Oregon. Junior guard, number 2, Hudson Alvarez. Senior wing, number 12, Derek Farmer. And sophomore wing, number 23, Jake Holden. That is your Cascade Fishing Challengers. And now the starting lineup of your Creswell Bulldogs, coached by Jesse Thomas. Sophomore guard, number 2, Landon Moss. Senior guard, number 1, Ace Arnold. Junior guard, number 3, Mason Kurtz. And the big man, senior forward, Mr. Luke Bailey.
So there's the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. Glad you could join us, and we're grateful to be here. Challengers in their purple uniforms with white numerals. And got a little bit of black trim on there. It's the Bulldogs in their home whites with silver numerals. We also have some red there on the Bulldogs' names on the jerseys. Challengers will move from left to right from where we sit.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I'm really looking forward to this game. It's been a while since the Challengers have really been tested in a game that I've been able to see, so this will be fun.
Schartz and Farmer jumping it up, and the tip controlled by the Bulldogs. Vaughn with the basketball, looking for a cutter, and the shot missed. Now they're in traffic, and it is taken away, but taking it right back is Luke Bailey. Bailey kicks it out. Vaughn inside the free throw line. He's going to go ahead and bring it back out. So Vaughn at the point. Gets a screen from Schartz. Now making a move to the hoop was Muston, and then Bailey, and there we have a turnover for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was just a weird all-around rebounding nightmare for the Challengers as they turn it right back. They seem to get the rebound, then they turn it right back over.
Holden out of backcourt. Challengers leading scorer. Quickly down floor. Farmer goes to Alvarez. His hook about 10 feet from the basket. Doesn't go. Vaughn out of backcourt for Creswell. He'll pick up his dribble, and we have a foul on the play.
And Derek Farmer picks up a little holding foul.
That'll be his first personal foul of the ball game. First team foul for the Challengers with 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Still looking for the first bucket of the ball game. Arnold trying to get it inbounded. Schartz with the basketball. Now a shot from the corner, knocking it down from downtown.
Ace Arnold with the bucket.
And he is a three-point ace. Gottsman with the basketball. Dumps it off. Klecker. Cross court. Farmer. Farmer on the right side trying to drive. Kicks it out for Holden. Pass a little off target. Holden can't hold on, so Challengers with a turnover.
2 turnovers and only 1 shot so far in this one for the Challengers. They've got to take care of that basketball.
Vaughn with the basketball inside the top of the key. Dishes off right for Arnold. I should say Schartz. Now it's Arnold with the basketball. Spinning to the hoop, making a move. Can't get it to go. Alvarez collects the rebound. Challengers out of backcourt. Gottsman between the circles. Cross-court pass. Looks low. Klecker gets a look from 3. That shot off to the left, no good. Challengers have had their ups and downs from long distance, although Klecker had 3 triples against North Valley in the Challengers' victory on Wednesday. Kicking it out. Shot from darn near the logo. Comes out long. And Klecker will walk it past midcourt.
That was Arnold with a little heat check there.
Holden with the basketball. Kicks it out. Gottsman shoots. And that'll miss everything and go out of bounds. Now we have Mikey Covey checking into the ball game. And Hutton Walker. Gottsman and Farmer will come out of the Challenger lineup. 5:18 to go in the first. Ball tipped away. It'll be Challenger basketball. Well, that was what the Challenger girls had success with, creating turnovers.
By pressure.
And
yeah, that's exactly what we saw, huh?
So, in this game, the Challenger boys will look to do more of the same. Holden with the basketball way out high. Starts a drive, dishes off for Klecker. Klecker will drive, kicks it out to Walker. Walker picks up his dribble. Klecker manages to run it down before it runs out to midcourt. He's going to go ahead and drive, goes to the hoop.
And he gets it.
And one. Brady Klecker, he had 22 on Wednesday night and then had another good effort against Rogue River.
He missed that 3, so that's a good helper to your confidence. It's getting in the lane and seeing something go down.
Klecker converts a three-point play. As part of his 22-point night against North Valley, he was 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. And that's all I got to say about that.
Little shot clock issue.
We've seen that a time or two. Arnold out of backcourt. Passes over on the right side to Hunter Muston. And a foul against the Challengers.
That's going to go on Mikey, I think.
And Covey, well, he makes his presence known early.
Always. Sometimes plays a little bit too much like a linebacker, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Down deep, trying to make a move to the hoop and getting it to go. There is Luke Bailey. Bulldogs with the 2-point lead, almost halfway through the first quarter of play. Walker feeds up the floor, now down low to Alvarez. He banks it home.
And that's the way you get somebody out of a press, is to make some easy buckets off the breaking the press.
Vaughn with the basketball, dishes right, shot from downtown. And you said they aren't bashful about shooting from distance. And there, capitalizing on the offensive rebound is Hunter Muston. It's a 7-5 ball game. Quickly up the floor, Covey with it. Pass a little bit low. Alvarez had trouble controlling it, so Challenger turnover there. Vaughn with the ball. And now shooting it from the baseline, knocking it down. And Luke Bailey extends the Bulldogs' lead to 4. Klecker with the basketball. Now to Hutton Walker. He'll shoot from 3. His shot a little bit long. Alvarez, offensive rebound. Klecker with it, going to drive to the hole. Has it blocked, but gets it back. And then just simply has it stolen away. Here, going hard to the hole, missing the shot is Hunter Muston, but we have a foul underneath.
Challengers way too many turnovers here early.
Andy Alvarez whistled for the personal. That'll be his first, and that will send Hunter Muston, 5'11" senior guard, to the free throw line.
Creswell so far doing a good job of putting pressure on the Challengers, and the Challengers not exactly handling it that well. So let's see if they can settle down and play better against the full court press.
Substitutions into the ball game. Farmer returns. Gavin Hayes checking into the lineup along with Gottsman. Free throw attempt on the way. It's good. Creswell with the 5-point lead. 3:18 left to go in the first. Full court pressure. Farmer to Walker. Walker quickly out of backcourt. Feeds to Farmer up top. Farmer going to drive hard to the hole. Misses the shot, but we have a whistle and a foul. Well, that might be another thing that the Challengers might look to exploit, is with the guys that can go hard to the hoop, such as Klecker, Walker, and Farmer, is to get some of these Bulldogs in foul trouble.
Yeah, well, certainly a nice attack that time by Farmer, and he earns himself a trip to the free throw line. Fouls on Luke Bailey, his first.
6'5" senior, his first personal foul.
But if you do get to the free throw line, you got to make the free throws. And
yes,
unfortunately, Farmer misses the first one.
Second one, that one rims off.
Both misses were long.
So it's a 5-point game. Vaughn with the basketball. Farmer guarding him. They'll dish right. Into the ball game is Zach Hermanson. And we have a collision on the floor. Hermanson, 5'9" junior. And that's going to go against Hutton Walker, his first personal.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was, but Hutton off ball.
Inbound by Arnold. Passes way up high for Bailey. Hermanson working against Gottsman. Now here's Arnold with it. His shot misses it. Hermanson there, but Hayes to collect it. Gottsman with the basketball. Walker with the drive. Dishes off for Hayes. He gets it to go and one.
Nice pass that time by Hutton Walker. And Hayes ready for it and just finishes it immediately and gets fouled.
Hayes draws the Challengers within 2. He was 4 for 4 from the floor. Had 9 boards against Rogue River and some extended playing time against Rogue River.
Yeah, he's starting to figure out what his role is on this team as well. And the Challengers again long on a free throw. 1 for 4 from the free throw line early for Cascade Christian. Not good.
10-7 ball game. And we'll have an offensive foul. That always gets the Challenger faithful fired up. And that's going to go against Luke Bailey, his second personal. Alvarez getting set to check back in. Hayes will come out. Hayes, pat on the back from Coach Morse on his way out.
Emerson Velarde in as well for Creswell.
Velarde, 6'5", junior forward.
And they're in a 2-3 zone.
Skip pass, Gottsman. Walker on the drive, has it taken away. There is Vaughn with it. Dishes off and driving to the hoop. They'll count the basket.
Schwartz.
Mason Schartz.
Schartz with a nice drive and picks up the bucket. And
Alvarez whistled for a second personal. That'll bring Holden back in the ball game.
And I'll put Alvarez on the bench for the moment. And the Challengers now in the bonus. Now both teams will be actually with either team fouls the other team. It's going to be free throws for the rest of the quarter.
1:57 to go in the first. Free throw missed by Creswell. Challengers lose the handle on it. Hermanson with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. Passes over for Tanner Freeze, who's in the ball game. Velarde, and now driving to the hoop. Kicking it out is Freeze. Hermanson guarded by Holden. Inside 10 on the shot clock. Mason Schartz makes a move, can't get the shot to go, ball tipped around. Tanner Fries.
The Challengers getting killed on the offensive glass.
So a timeout called. We will take one as well. It's 14-7 your score. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Creswell. Bulldogs open up a 7-point lead early in the ball game. Challengers with the rock. Taking the inbound is Hutton Walker. Walker out of backcourt. For Covey.
No shot clock here.
Fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you our winter sports coverage. Thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. 14.2 to go here in the first. Challengers will inbound underneath their own basket. Now they reset that to 9.4. Covey will come out and Klecker will come in. They'll give them a little more offense. Bounce pass into Farmer. Farmer driving hard to the hole.
Oh, no.
And an offensive foul called against Farmer and the Challengers.
That's a terrible call. That's a terrible call. I'm sorry, he was not sad. There's no way. But
so that'll go against Farmer, his second of the ball game. No, I don't think that was by anybody in the Challenger faithful a well-received.
No, it's a terrible call. It's just one of those calls where you clearly have an advantage as an offensive player, and the guy falls down and they call an offensive foul.
With the basketball, Schartz has it blocked, and that will end the first quarter of play. After one, it's the Bulldogs 14 and the Challengers 7. We'll be back with the second quarter of play right after these messages.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Getting ready for the start of the second quarter. And remind you that before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 60 years, there's no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. Challengers come out with Klecker, Gottsman, Farmer, Alvarez, and Holden. For the Bulldogs, you have Tanner Freeze out there along with Zach Hermanson. Also you have Emerson Velarde and Hunter and Mason Schartz, as well as Ace Arnold.
And the Challengers with 5 turnovers in that first quarter does not help them. They shoot 3 for 6, so shooting percentage is fine, but they only get 6 shots because of the 5 turnovers. Meanwhile, Creswell 6 for 13 in the quarter, and they only had 2 turnovers. Took care of the ball, and Challengers also in some foul trouble with Andy Alvarez and Derek Farmer, both with 2 fouls in the first quarter. So I don't know exactly what they're working out over there on the sideline here, but there's some sort of issue with maybe the clock or the score or something. Not exactly sure what.
So both coaches, along with the officials, they're at the scorer's table. Brian Morse for the Challengers, Jesse Thomas for Creswell.
And maybe there's a concern about a foul that was called and who it was called on, because usually that's one of the things that will happen. That usually gets corrected at the quarter break if there was maybe a foul called on the wrong player.
That could be as well.
Okay, just so you guys are aware, there's an issue with the clock earlier. The time was not done correctly. And as people want me to tell you, it was not her fault. We are still in quarter 1.
Oh, there's a minute left in the first quarter. They're saying that the clock.
Well, I thought it went awfully quickly.
Got incorrectly set, apparently.
Okay, so we're back to the first quarter.
Somehow, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but anyway, apparently there's another minute here to go in the first quarter.
All right. Holden inbounding for Gottsman. Gottsman quickly out of backcourt to Covey. Gottsman on the exchange. Feeds it for Klecker. Tries to save it. And seems like a lot of times when you try to save it, as often as not, you get the outcome you don't want. And there, Schartz driving to the hole. Shot blocked. But there to collect it is Arnold. Now for Hermanson. 37 seconds to go. Now they'll go ahead and kick it out. Velarde with it. Now it is Arnold wearing number 1. Now the shot clock down to 10 seconds. 5. Hermanson tries to kick it out. And there's no shot clock violation. There's no shot clock violation. Timeout called. Timeout called. Coach Morse is livid.
Yeah, and so is the staff on the bench. And there was definitely a shot clock violation, and the shot clock did not go off. And that's what they're complaining about.
This has just been it's been a weird day up here.
It has been all day. I told you earlier what happened to us, and it's just continuing to be a problem here now with the varsity game when the shot clock did not go off, and it was clearly should have went off, and it didn't.
And then we also had the problems with the game clock. Had to put a minute back on it. And here's what 37 years in charge of a program will do for you, and also just kind of knowing your moments.
Well,
to make a point is that you get that, it earns you the respect to be able to kind of voice.
They're not going to do anything about it either.
No.
I can tell already.
But I can think of other games where the stripes might have been a little less forgiving, but now it's...
And they're not going to change the clock either. Ryan's going to get a tee.
You know, in all my years of working...
He's only got one tee before, ever. This is his second tee in his 37-year coaching career.
Well...
And you know, he's not fighting for it if it doesn't matter.
Right.
And, you know, so, and then, you know, of course, this gives Ace Vaughn a couple of free throws here. And, you know, this is just a terrible officiating job by the officials. Complete. I mean,
I try to keep myself calm on this.
What you have to remember is there's an official on the court that's supposed to be watching the shot clock. It's part of his job. And if it gets to 0 and the horn doesn't go off, he's supposed to blow his whistle. That did not happen, and that is why they are so upset.
Yep. Time winding down, and the shot at the end of one. It is the Bulldogs 17 and the Challengers 7. We'll be back in 1 minute and try to get our cool back.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
All right, we're getting ready to start the second quarter of play. Bulldogs lead by 10 in the ball game.
Thanks to some questionable refereeing, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
well,
here we go.
And some clock management issues as well.
Yeah, it's just been a real mess up here so far at Creswell. Let's hope the Challengers can get past it and play some basketball here, because they certainly haven't played very well here to start this one.
They have not helped themselves out.
6 turnovers in the first quarter to just 2 for Creswell, and it's been tough sledding for the Challengers so far.
A feed into the post and a foul on the play. And that'll go against Emerson Velarde. First team foul for the Bulldogs and his first personal. Alvarez in the corner. And am I correct to say that Holden has been suspiciously quiet so far?
Yes, he has.
And there, a bad pass and Freeze there on the takeaway.
And another turnover by the Challengers. Their 7th already in this game.
Hermanson on the drive. Little 5'9" guard, kind of reminds you a little bit of Hutton Walker. Farmer. He'll make a move to the hoop. His shot won't go. Velarde to collect the rebound.
So far, the Challengers just seem out of sorts.
They do.
Not really playing very good basketball. Let's see if they can fix that here in the second quarter.
Well, that's when you know you're, as a team, if you're the Bulldogs, if your defense is good, is if you force that team out of its comfort zone and doing what they want to do. Freeze gets away the shot, offensive rebound by Hermanson, and the Challengers are getting killed on the glass tonight.
Absolutely killed. There seems like every time that the Bulldogs have a possession, they get a second chance.
And it helps them run off time on the clock.
And collect fouls. like that one on Hudson Gottsman.
And for Gottsman, that'll be his first personal foul of the ball game. And checking back in for the Bulldogs will be Landon Vaughn. Right there straddling the line there is Mason Schartz. Velarde's going to fire from downtown. And a putback attempt. Well, if you give it to them, they'll take it. Bulldogs up by 12.
Yeah, and the Challengers can't get a defensive rebound.
Farmer with the ball. Now work at baseline for Alvarez. Klecker. Defense collapses on him. And then Holden.
Finally, the Challengers get a call there as
that'll go against Vaughn.
Vaughn holds on to Jake in the middle of the key.
5:55 left to go in the half. Ordinarily, it's the Challengers holding the other team to single-digit scoring in a quarter, but the Bulldogs doing their part tonight. And now we have a foul in the paint. And that one will go against Hunter Mustin, his first personal of the ball game. Bulldogs with 3 team fouls, Challengers with 1. We're almost 3 minutes into the second quarter. Farmer with the basketball in the corner. Gets a screen, got a drive, dumps it down low. And there's Alvarez with the two-handed jam. (19-9) the score. Now a steal by the Challengers. Farmer goes to the hole and 1.
That's a little bit better for the Challengers. Maybe a little momentum off of the dunk by Alvarez as Farmer gets the steal in the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Challengers now within 8. 4 team fouls now for the Bulldogs in the second quarter. Farmer at the free throw line. And 0 for 3 Farmer tonight from the free throw line. Meanwhile, shaking and baking is Arnold. Arnold dishes off. Mustin. And the steal by Klecker. Klecker 1-on-2 on the break. And he scores.
Wow, I don't know.
Drive in 6 now. Up top. They'll swing it over for Vaughn. And a steal by the Challengers. Alvarez got a hand on it. Out to Holden. Holden with the basketball. Thought about a step back, but instead feeds to Gottsman. Gottsman with the runner, 2.
And just like that, the Challengers right back in this one.
So with 4:39 left to go in the half, it's a 4-point game. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Coming out of the timeout, I see Brian Morris doing a little custodial work there. Looks like there's some wet stuff on the floor right in front of the Challenger bench, taking care of that. Those who lead also serve.
Yeah, that's very true.
Logan with the basketball. There. Arnold, skip pass over to Vaughn. And Arnold's going to shoot from downtown, and he gets it to go.
He's the one guy I don't think you want to let do that, and he knocks down a three. That's his second one in this one. Matter of fact, he's the only one that has a three in this game on either team.
The lead for the Bulldogs is 7. Klecker with the basketball. Pass across the baseline to Darland, who's in the ball game. Farmer getting a screen from Alvarez. Gottsman. He's going to drive, shoot. A little bit long on the attempt, and there to collect the rebound is Luke Bailey, who's back at the contest. Freeze. Arnold feeds Bailey. Good teamwork there by the Bulldogs as they go up by 9.
Yeah, not good rotation by the Challengers defensively. And Creswell now in a 2-3 zone.
Farmer going to shoot from downtown. That shot a little bit long. Alvarez collects the rebound. Farmer thinks about it a second. Freeze up there with the defensive pressure. Swing it right. Klecker. He'll go ahead and split the difference with the runner in the lane, 2.
Nice job by Brady attacking the rim that time.
Challengers within 7, 24-17. Tanner Freeze wearing number 12. Dishes off for Landon Vaughn. Vaughn kicks it out. Freeze. Guard-to-guard exchange. Near steal. And feed over the corner for Arnold. This shot a little bit long this time. There to get the long rebound is Alvarez. Farmer out of backcourt. Starts a drive. Kicks it out. Klecker. And we have a blocking foul. And again, I think that's got to be the secret sauce for the Challengers is to penetrate.
Attack. And I believe they're going to be at the free throw line here. That looks like the 5th foul of the quarter here, and that should put the Challengers at the free throw line. Brady Klecker. Now they got to knock some of these free throws down.
Klecker, second leading scorer on the Challengers. First free throw attempt, nothing but net. Challengers within 6. Checking in for the Challengers, Jake Holden, Gavin Hayes, and Hutton Walker. 2:25 left to go in the half. Second attempt. That one's good.
Brady Klecker has the only made free throws in the game for the Challengers.
Arnold with the basketball. Darland's on him. Up high, Bailey working around Hayes. Feeds. Arnold on the drive to the hoop. 2. Ace Arnold. We knew he would be big for the Bulldogs, and he has not disappointed for Jesse Thomas and company.
Got 9 points so far in this one.
Hutton Walker loses the basketball as he slips to the floor. Hermanson, 2. Looked like there's a slick spot on the floor.
Must be. I mean, obviously, Walker's not going to fall down if there's not something there.
No. Yeah, he's not the guy I think of when I think of somebody who might be accident prone. And (28-19), Challengers with the basketball and find themselves in the position of trailing by 9. Holden with the screen. Darland bounce pass to Klecker. Klecker for Darland. Walker. Holden making a move against Freeze. Pass over for Walker. Walker in traffic. Klecker. And then as he makes his move, foul on the play, Mason Schartz. That'll be his first personal foul. Bulldogs in the bonus. And I'm assuming Hudson Gottsman, who's waiting to come into the ball game, is coming in for the Sugar Klecker.
No, remember it's 2 shots, so it could be anybody at this
True.
point. But it might be Klecker.
First free throw attempt is short.
He was perfect before that, 3 for 4.
Walker comes out and Gottsman comes in. Second attempt on its way, and that one's good. 28-20 your score.
Delay a game warning against the Challengers, I'm sure. Or there's something going on with the clock again. It's just really weird the way this game has gone. There's been no flow in the game.
No.
Here in the first half.
So the Bulldogs get ready to inbound with 1:15 left to go in the half. Freeze, working out of backcourt. Starts a drive, spins, shoots, shot short. Ball loose underneath, and coming away with it is Hunter Gottsman. Foul against Creswell. And that'll go against Freeze, his first personal foul, and that will send Hudson Gottsman to the free throw line.
If the Challengers can make some free throws here, could really help themselves out.
They could help themselves out a lot on that, no question. First free throw attempt, in and out of the hopper. Remains an 8-point game. Gottsman will have another attempt. That one off to the right, no good. Bailey there with the rebound. Inside a minute to go here in the half. They're making a move to the hoop. Mustin, though, right there, hand on it is Gavin Hayes. And a tie-up for a jump ball.
And there's more discussion somehow.
Jump ball, and if that call stands, it's alternating possession going the way.
Wait, why did they switch the arrow?
Well, now I see
They just switched.
our book, he did point in the direction of Creswell. I'm wondering if the arrow, the person running the arrow, had fallen behind on that.
Yeah, maybe.
That's just my interpretation. Mustin with the basketball. Freeze. Arnold trying to shake loose of Holden. His shot rolls around and off. Out of backcourt is Jake Holden. Gottsman, Klecker. Feed it for Holden. Holden drives hard to the hole with the left hand, too.
This is his first shot of the game, which is unusual for him. Just obviously a little bit of focus from the Bulldogs on him.
And we have a 5-second violation against Creswell. So with 6.5, the Challengers, opportunity to draw it within 4 or maybe 3. So both coaches swapping out players. Walker with it with 5 seconds. Now, pass for Gottsman, and he buries it. Hudson Gottsman ends the half with a triple to draw the Challengers within 3. And I tell you what, this has been some kind of game. And that brings us to halftime. We invite you to stick around. We'll have updates and stats for you on the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. The activities guide is out now with sports leagues, classes, and activities for all. Visit playmedford.com to learn more. We'll take a timeout and be back in 2 minutes here on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Four for 11 from the free throw line, Jim.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia.
Here at the half, it has been a heck of a ball game, at least in terms of, wow, quite a battle. They got the Bulldogs taking the early lead and stretched up pretty good. Challengers with turnover trouble, limiting their shot opportunities in the first quarter. But as the half wound down, the Challengers started making a comeback, and at one point they were trailing by double digits, by 12, if I remember correctly, and then they have managed to draw within 3 as the half is drawn to its conclusion. But it has been one of those games, I mean, at least in terms of thinking about how Jake Holden ordinarily averages anywhere right around 18, 19 points a game. Only had one shot attempt, which he made at the end of the half. And then also the Challengers struggling in terms of their free throw shooting. And Mark, I'll let you convey the halftime stats, which are, well, shall we say, ugly.
Let's hear some noise. Well, they really. Well, what's weird is that they're kind of weird stats too, because it's one of those deals where you look at the stats and you go, "Is that right?" The Challengers only took 17 shots in the first half. That's all I had them for. 10 for 17 for 59%. You're shooting 59% from the field. You'd think you'd be winning, right? But unfortunately, they have 8 turnovers in that first half to go with those shots, and they've also been to the free throw line 11 times and only made 4 for 11. So, you know, you don't, if somebody fouls you, you don't count that as a shot attempt, but you got to go make the free throws, and the Challengers have not done that in the first half. That's, 4 for 11 from the free throw line. That's 36%. 10 for 17. That's great from the field, 59%. but those 8 turnovers have really hurt them in this first half. Meanwhile, Creswell on the other side, 11 for 26. See, they got 26 shots up, 9 more shots than the Challengers did in the first half. 42% for them, 2 for 5 from the free throw line, 40%. So both teams not really shooting very well from the charity stripe. And so that's been the tail of the tape so far in the first half. Scoring, Ace Arnold's kind of leading the way for Creswell. He's got 9 points. Hunter Mustin has 5 points. Mason Schwartz has 2. Zach Hermanson with a bucket for 1. Tanner Fries has 2. And Luke Bailey, he's been in foul trouble a little bit, but he does have 6 points for Creswell in the first half. Meanwhile, for the Cascade Christian Challengers, Hudson Gottsman finally attacking the rim and made a 3 right at the end of the half. He has 5. And Brady Klecker has 10. Andy Alvarez with 4. Gavin Hayes has a bucket for 2. Derek Farmer has 2. And Jake Holden, you mentioned, with just the 2 points in the first half. So kind of some weird timing issues with the clock going on. Coach Morris gets a T, which he's only got one other one that I know of in the 37 years he's been coaching. And so, a little bit of controversy, a little bit of weirdness. It's been one of those nights for the Challengers so far. So let's see what they can do here in the second half. Hopefully they can come back and make it a lot closer.
All right. Did you know that the City of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. We'll take a 2-minute break, and when we return, we'll get you ready for the start of the second half. The Challengers trailing by 3 against the Creswell Bulldogs. We'll be back with more here on TableRockSports.net.
All right.
Look at it, it's like they had all but 2 players score.
Well, that's good. You want that spread out, then they don't know who to guard.
That's right. We were just taking a look at the scorebook, the stats from Brian Coppage from the girls' game. In case you missed it earlier, we had one whale of a girls' game going on. The Challenger girls end up winning in overtime, their 8th consecutive victory of the season. Now they go to 11-4, but it was the battle I'm sure the coach McNichols was hoping that his team would have today, that they would really be battle-tested from this contest. Bryn Coppage ended up leading the way for the Challengers with 15 points on the afternoon, and then we had Grace McCauley and Kinley Davis playing major roles in the game with 9 apiece, and quite a contest here. Really, the Bulldogs, as you've mentioned, have pretty much had the upper half in this ball game, but the Challengers starting to make a run at halftime, and it will be interesting to see what the Challenger Brain Trust comes up with in terms of, one thing, it's like, okay, got to cut the turnovers down, and
yeah, absolutely.
Looking at the things they can do in that regard, but also probably trying to find a way to get Jake Holden untracked. Not because he's shooting poorly, but he just hasn't shot the ball.
Well, and the other thing for the Challengers is covering up the glass. I'd say Creswell had 8 to 10 offensive boards in that first half and got second chance opportunities over and over again on the glass. So the Challengers have got to clean that up and hold Creswell to 1 shot per possession. That's a big thing for the Challengers. And then really just making free throws too. I mean, they were 4 for 11 in that 36%. Let's say they're 8 for 11. They're now ahead by a point here at half.
Right.
So, which is where you should be as a team shooting free throws. You shouldn't be making 7 or 8 out of 11 at least. And if the Challengers made 3 or 4 more free throws, it'd be either tied or they'd be ahead. So, from some of those standpoints, you just got to play better and have a little more focus at the free throw line, because the Challengers did a good job of attacking the rim and getting Creswell in foul trouble. Remember, they had 5 fouls with about 3 minutes to go in the half, and taking advantage then of going to the free throw line. They just couldn't do it when they had the opportunity to make some free throws and get themselves even closer into this basketball game. But they did outscore Creswell in that second quarter 18-11, and that's what got them back in the game.
The Bedford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex for open swim, drop-in sports, and sports leagues. See the events taking place at roguexmedford.com. Join the fun at the Rogue X. Challengers will start the second half with the basketball, and they'll come out with their regular starting lineup, and it looks to be about the same for the Bulldogs.
Something's going on.
I think ours is. Well, we'll take a look at.
It's on.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been that kind of day. From JV2 team inadvertently playing part of a JV game with some scheduling snafus, and it's just been a wild road trip.
It really has been.
But on the other hand, we have seen some good battles going on out here. Challengers with the basketball. Klecker from downtown. His shot rims out. Offensive rebound by Alvarez. Kicks it out for Klecker. Now Farmer will shoot from long range. His shot way short, and it will be Bulldog ball. Vaughn out of backcourt. Now for Schartz. Mustin. Arnold, his shot catches every part of the rim. Offensive rebound, and the Challengers
have not cleaned up the board yet.
And there Schartz with the putback attempt to extend the Bulldog lead to 5.
And they're going to call Andy Alvarez for an offensive foul, which I did not see that, but that's what they're going to call.
For Alvarez, that'll be his third personal. Alvarez will come out, and Mikey Covey comes in. Vaughn out of backcourt, gets the screen, feeds inside for Bailey. Bailey, the Schartz, his reverse, no good. Ball tipped around. Covey with it. Outlets for Gottsman, 2.
Yeah, nice job by Gottsman of finishing that one, as he got fouled pretty hard that time.
Yeah. That'll go against Arnold, his second of the game. And Gottsman with an opportunity to convert the three-point play to draw the Challengers within 2. Free throw attempt is good. Quickly up the floor, Mustin. Now for Schartz. Ball loose on the floor. We have a scramble for the ball. Well, you can tell what section we're sitting in.
Yeah, you can.
The Bulldog faithful not liking what they see out there in terms of a call. And a call against Schartz. That'll be his third. Farmer with the ball. Skip pass to Klecker. Klecker needing help. Holden there. Holden drives. The runner can't get it to go. Bailey with the rebound. He'll clear. And outlet for Schartz. Ball loose on the floor. Ball out of bounds.
And you can tell this game's very physical. Both teams playing very physical basketball. You can hear some of the crowd reactions going on. And the officials are going to have to make sure they control the emotions here.
Vaughn with the basketball, working against Vaughn, and Farmer whistle for the personal.
Oh my gosh. And that's Farmer's third. And that looked like a total flop to me.
Inbound and losing it out of bounds. Dare I say it's a ball don't lie moment?
Yeah, maybe. As the Challengers get the basketball back down too. Let's see if they can tie this thing up and start making this a little bit more of a basketball game.
Yes. So far, looking a little bit more like a hockey game. Meanwhile, Holden working in the paint. Whistle stopping play.
Mustin, I believe, with the foul.
And that being the case, that'll be his second personal foul. Bulldogs with 3 team fouls, Challengers with 2. And Holden, his shot, which is kind of a little deep on that. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball.
Yeah, when they run that play, the offside guy is supposed to be a little higher up on the free throw line. He got down too low, so when Holden turned to get the ball, he's almost underneath the rim. And that's a tough place to make a shot from.
Vaughn working out of backcourt against Gottsman. He'll work it right wing for Arnold. Back up top. And then Vaughn driving against Covey.
And Mikey's that guy that tends to put his hands on people, and he gets the quick foul there.
They won't let you do that.
2 hands on the driver.
So that'll be his second personal. We'll take the inbound. Bailey will kick it out. And now here's Mustin. Kicks it out for Arnold. Ball fed inside. A shot rejected by Gottsman. And Covey outlets for Farmer. Farmer with the basketball. He'll drive. Finds Klecker all alone. It's rims out.
Good luck.
Yep, good open look. Right idea. Execution just simply not there. Vaughn with the basketball. Gets a screen. And there's Arnold. Got to work against Farmer. Works down low. Can't get the shot to go. And Farmer's there to collect the rebound. Klecker working out of backcourt. Finds Gottsman. He'll shoot. He'll score.
And the Challengers with their first lead of the game.
31-30 your score with 4:42 left to go in the third. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
30.
Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to keep it right here since it's a 30.
It's a 30-second timeout.
All right. Today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. So here in the third quarter, Challengers
have fought their way all the way back and now take a 1-point lead here. It's just been about defense and getting some boards. Big-time board down here by the last possession by Derek Farmer. Gets the ball back for the Challengers when it looked like maybe the Bulldogs were going to get another second-chance opportunity, and turns into a 3-point shot by Hudson Gottsman at the other end. So Cascade needs to keep doing what they're doing so far.
And speaking of Gottsman, he's got 11 in the game tonight. So he's in double figures. And right now he is picking up Ace Arnold defensively, gets the screen from Bailey. Mustin on the right wing, now on the high post. They'll kick it out. Arnold. Pass over in the corner and making a move to the hoop and jamming it home. Mason Schartz And Creswell retakes the lead. Skip pass, Klecker on the left side. Hutton Walker in the ball game. Farmer shakes the defender, pulls up, the shot rims off. Gottsman with the offensive rebound. Works it for Klecker. Klecker now to Farmer. Farmer drives hard to the hole, 2. Bailey going the other way. The baby hook is good. 3:31 left to go in the third, and the teams exchanging leads.
Yeah, good back and forth game now. Both teams working the zone with the challengers trying to find the lanes in that zone. Brady Klecker with a miss, but Hudson Gottsman there to clean it up.
Huddy Gottsman puts the challengers back on top. Mustin misses the dunk. There's Arnold with it, kicks it out. Mustin has it on the baseline, working against Klecker. And he'll muscle it home. Timeout called. We will take one as well. 36-35, Bulldogs on top. And we'll be back in 60 seconds.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia.
Back to action. Challengers with the basketball. Bulldogs with the lead. Walker picks up his dribble. Holden round the horn. Gottsman. Holden. Skip pass over for Gottsman. Feeds it down low to Hayes. And a travel called against the challengers.
Again, I did not see that one, so not exactly sure what they called there.
Hayes will come out of the lineup. Darlin will return. Bulldogs with the ball and the lead of 1. Mustin, low post. Velarde with it. He'll kick it out. Up top, round the horn it goes. And there is Schartz with it on the drive.
And I think
and foul against challengers.
Pick up the foul there.
And that will send Mason Schartz to the charity stripe.
You can tell Schartz is a very good player. He knows what to do with the basketball when he gets it. Attacks the rim well.
Well, and he is no shrinking violet. He plays with passion and aggressiveness.
Yes, he does.
So it's a 2-point game now as he converts on the first. Tanner Freeze coming in. Thomas with some good depth on that challenger team. That Bulldog team. Misses the second. Holden collects the rebound. Walker out of backcourt. Passes. Darland in the high post. Back up top from Gottsman to Hutton Walker. Bounce pass. Around the horn it goes. Now kicked out. Darland will shoot, and he scores. Noah Darland off the challenger bench to put them back on top.
Yeah, good patience that time. Getting a wide open look at a 3 for Darland.
Down in the corner, that's Velarde. His shot in and out, no good. And as Walker collects the rebound, we've got contact on the play.
And the next one will put the Challengers on the line. Both teams with 4 fouls now in the quarter, so either team fouls, it's going to put the other team on the line.
And I got a feeling we're going to get there before this quarter's over at 1:30 to go. Walker picks up his dribble, thinks about the shot, passes right side for Gottsman, gets a screen. Now Walker will shoot. His shot off to the right, no good. There to collect the rebound is Ace Arnold. Arnold quickly out of backcourt. He's got Freeze over there. He'll eye the three-pointer, and it's good. Freeze from long distance to give the Bulldogs the 2-point lead. Inside 1 minute to go in the third. Walker with the basketball. And a foul on the play. That's going to go against
Freeze,
and Freeze is kind of like, who, me?
That's his third.
And that will send Hutton Walker to the free throw line.
And again, Challengers need to make free throws here. Critical down the stretch.
First attempt by Walker, rims off.
Free throw woes continuing for Cascade Christian here in this ball game.
Second attempt on its way. That one's good. Challengers trail by 1. Bulldogs have the ball. Freeze with the ball, cross court to Velarde. He'll drive, make a move to the hoop, and he gets it to go.
Wow, nice move by Velarde. Right by Andy Alvarez, and a nice finish.
Well, that's a textbook move right there by Velarde. Ball way out high. Challengers trailing by 3.
Trying to take the last shot of the quarter, it looks like.
Walker gets a screen from Alvarez. And now Gottsman drives. The runner off the glass for 2. Meanwhile, this one ends up just about in the rafters. And after 3, it's a 1-point game. It's Creswell 42, Cascade Christian 41. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net. Road Credit Union is proud to partner with the Medford School District each year to bring you the touchdown, 3-point field goal, and strikeout clubs, which raise money for North and South Medford athletics. And thank you to Steve Vincent from Avista Utilities. And a much better third quarter, well, actually for both teams in terms of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, both teams only with 1 turnover in that quarter after the Challengers especially having troubles in the first half with 8.
And a steal by the Challengers. Brady Klecker, 2. Challengers retake the lead by 1. Working out of backcourt, Mason Schartz. He's been battling with Derek Farmer all night. Velarde making a move, a little baby hook, and I tell you what, he has been money for the Bulldogs this evening off the bench.
He certainly has. He's got a little confidence there with that little hook shot, and he's got some size to him, too.
6'5", knows how to use it. Meanwhile, Challengers with a turnover of their own. Schartz out of backcourt against Farmer. Freeze, guarded by Gottsman. They'll swing it around, and Bailey, his shot rims off. There's Holden to collect the miss. Quickly up the floor. Alvarez around the horn. Holden to Brady Klecker. Bounce pass to Gottsman. Pass inside. Alvarez, his shot short, gets his own rebound. Can't get it to go. And there's Velarde with the rebound.
A couple of good looks by Alvarez. Can't get either one of them to go down.
Ace Arnold dumps it down for Bailey. He can't get the shot to go. And there to collect the miss is Andy Alvarez. So it remains a 1-point Bulldog lead. We're about a minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter of play. Gottsman with the basketball. Up top, Farmer. Around the horn to Klecker. Farmer. And Klecker going to drive, pull up, shoot. His shot off target. And there to get the weak side rebound is Mason Schartz. Arnold at the point. For Freeze. Everybody getting a hand on the ball here, and Freeze gets a look from downtown. Shot in and out, no good. Offensive rebound by the Bulldogs.
You should say another offensive rebound by the Bulldogs.
Yes, no question about that. Tie up on the floor, and the possession arrow pointing the way of the challengers as Noah Darland and Mikey Covey get set to check into the ball game. Holden and Alvarez come out of the game. Gottsman will walk it out of backcourt. 5:34 to go in the contest. The pass right side now down in the corner for Farmer. Klecker from downtown. His shot in and out, no good. Offensive rebound by Darland, and it is rejected by the Bulldogs. Looked like Velarde was underneath. Now over for Freeze. Freeze drives, and he travels with the ball. So it'll be challenger basketball, and we've kind of hit a little bit of a stalemate here.
No, nice block down there. Good offensive rebound by Darland, and just you mentioned it. Great block. I think it was it Bailey or Freeze down there blocking that one, but either way, Darland looked like he was going to get an easy putback, and not so. Denied by the Bulldogs.
Gottsman with it, kicks out Farmer from long distance. Challenger struggles from three continue. Covey kicks it out. Now Farmer's going to drive for Klecker. Klecker, Gottsman out high. Challengers pulling up, shooting. Farmer, he knocks it down. 1 point game, 45-44, 4:39 to go.
Again, good ball movement by the Challengers. Nice job of keeping the ball moving and attacking the paint, and eventually getting a good look by Farmer.
Hermanson in the ball game, wearing number 5 for Creswell. Schartz gives off for Vaughn. And a steal by the Challengers. Darland with it, over for Gottsman. Gottsman, his shot rims off, but there's Klecker with the putback. Challengers lead of 3, and I think that might be their biggest lead of the game.
It has been their biggest lead.
Of course, they haven't really led much of it. Vaughn with the basketball. Over in the corner, Hermanson, his shot just a little bit long. Offensive rebound again, and there's Schartz with it, slips to the floor, and it looks like bowling pins. Challengers on the break. Klecker making a move to the hoop, a foul, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, nice job by the Challengers of figuring out how to get that rebound and get it up the court when they had the advantage, and taking it, getting to the rim, and Brady Klecker now at the free throw line.
Call against Arnold. That'll be his second. That'll send Klecker to the free throw line. He's been big in this game. Free throw attempt. First one's good.
Well,
Challenger lead 4.
Klecker and Gottsman have both played in this game like we kind of expected them to play all year long. We just haven't seen it, if you know what I mean.
Cubby coming out of the ball game. Looks like we got Alvarez and Holden returning. Darland in there along with Farmer and Klecker. Second attempt. That one's good.
Brady is 6 for 7 from the free throw line tonight, trying to save some of the Challengers.
Challengers with a 5-point lead and a backcourt violation.
Violation is good Challenger defense, and that's really what's making things happen for them here late. Is the defense has cleaned up, and the Bulldogs have had trouble getting the ball into the paint area where they want to shoot it from.
Taking care of the inbound will be Derek Farmer. 3:27 left to go in the game. Challenger lead of 5. Darland with it. Skip pass. Klecker. That's a little bit long. Holden with the offensive rebound. Farmer with it. We'll bring it out. Now for Darland. They'll try to work it in the high post. That ball tipped by the Challengers.
Another turnover by Cascade Christian.
Ill-advised pass there. Challengers lead by 5, but there's plenty of time left with 2:57 left to go.
Fouls on Jake Holden, just his first. So now the Challengers need to clean up the defensive end here with a 5-point lead and 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Vaughn has it stolen away by Farmer. Farmer glides to the hoop, showing off some of that 4.540 speed. And the Challenger lead is now 7.
And timeout Creswell. And a nice run by the Challengers here to start the fourth quarter.
2:36 left to go in the contest. Challengers lead by 7. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
2:36 left to go in the ball game. Challengers come out of the timeout with Farmer, Gottsman, Klecker, Alvarez, and Holden.
Starting lineup, it looks like, for the Challengers here to finish.
Shart's getting set to inbound. He's got Vaughn in there along with Hermanson, Mustin, and over there, Velarde, who's been very effective for the Bulldogs this evening. As a matter of fact, Velarde offers a screen. Mustin slips to the floor, manages to regain control of it. Meanwhile, drive to the hoop. And we'll have a foul called against the Challengers.
And that one's going to go on Derek. That's his 4th, Derek Farmer. So he's going to have to keep himself in this basketball game. Be careful about getting another one. Sends Schwartz to the line.
First free throw attempt on the way. It is good. Draws the Bulldogs within 6.
Schwartz with 8 tonight so far. Challengers have done a good job on him for the most part.
And the second attempt, that one's good. So it's a 5-point game. Backcourt pressure by the Bulldogs. Farmer to Holden. He'll get it out of backcourt. Gottsman. Holden between the circles. Now they'll go over to the right side. Farmer in front of the challenger bench.
Going to work some clock here, which is a good idea.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Klecker feeds it high post. Holden kicks it out for Farmer.
Oh, around and out.
In and out.
And you can't foul there if you're the challengers.
Yeah.
And Gottsman picks up a foul, although it's only the third foul of the quarter, so there's no shooting going on here. But they did a good job of running some clock there and got a good look. Farmer just a little bit in and out on that one. To me, I thought it was going in, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked good. 1:40 to go. It's still basically a two-possession ball game. Arnold, and now shooting from downtown, burying the shot is Vaughn.
His only make of the night so far. He makes a three to make this close. And now if you're the challengers, you need a bucket here with 1:31 to go as they take a timeout.
30-second timeout called. And we invite you to discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twin Creeks Retirement in Central Point. Enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at twincreeksretirement.com. Well, it's getting down to white knuckle time, and
looking a lot like the girls' game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Just when you think it's over, you realize it's not.
It's not over.
Of course, I don't think anybody really thought this one was over by any stretch of the imagination. Way both teams. Well, basketball has always been kind of a game of runs.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you mentioned that Creswell at one point had a 12-point lead. I think that was their biggest lead. The Challengers just a minute or two ago had a 7-point lead, and that was their biggest lead of the night. So these teams have been pretty close all night. And so it's going to come right down to the end here, and the Bulldogs are going to a 1-3-1.
I think we've seen that before. Holden, Gottsman, and passes for Holden. Farmer with the ball. Gottsman looking for Klecker, and it is Creswell basketball on the turnover.
Another Challenger turnover. And you've got to know that pass is going to be caught if you're going to make it. And now the Challengers need to stop here defensively.
Arnold with the basketball, guarded by Holden. Over for Vaughn, who had a big make earlier. He'll feed it over for Arnold. Arnold getting screens, being hounded by Holden. They'll work it over. Bailey. Bailey working against Alvarez. They'll kick it out. Vaughn. Vaughn tries to drive, and a shot there. Gottsman looks like he got a hand on it defensively. Farmer out of backcourt. 34 seconds to go, 27 on the shot.
Yeah, they can really run this all the way down if they're smart here. Here are the Challengers and try to get something right at the end of the shot clock.
Alvarez offers the screen.
Holden to the bucket for two.
And what, that's 4 for him on the game?
Yep. Timeout Creswell.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs, 14.4. It's a two-possession game. So what's the discussion like on the Challenger bench at this point, Mark?
Well, you'd really like to not give up a three, but then again, you just want them to take some time off the clock is the biggest thing. You know, you want to make them take some time off the clock and take this shot with very few seconds left. It's at 14 on the clock. If you can make them use half of the time, then you're going to feel pretty good about yourself no matter if they make or miss the shot. But you got to make them use a little bit of that clock here. And not give them an easy one. And so if you're Creswell, you're trying to diagram something to get yourselves a really quick bucket. Really quick bucket, whether it's a backdoor cut or a lob to the rim or something like that, where you get a quick bucket. The Challengers are going to have to get the ball inbounds, and then you're going to have to foul. So again, if you're the Bulldogs, you want to get something super quick, and if you're the Challengers, you want to make them take time off the clock in order to get a shot up.
Well, especially you don't want to leave enough time on the clock that you present a good opportunity for them to try to steal it away on the ensuing inbound with some time left.
Yes.
So right now it's a two-possession game at 53-49. Sharts comes out of the timeout along with Bailey, Arnold, Velarde. Inbounding will be Vaughn. 14.4. Alvarez there with the defense. Ball's tipped around, and Gottsman.
Very nice job of Andy Alvarez recognizing the slip of the screen and getting over there and playing some defense.
Well, he had a good job getting his arms up there and just making himself as long as he could be. Of course, fouls to give, so Farmer, 9.6 left to go on the clock. And they're going to give the ball to Creswell.
Yeah, that came off of Jake's leg, got tipped by Arnold. By Vaughn. A nice play by Vaughn there, tipping the ball off of Jake and out of bounds.
But because they didn't make the earlier basket, all it's really had the effect of is just taking 5 seconds off the clock.
Yep.
Taking the inbound is Sharts. Sharts will shoot from 10. His shot short. Gottsman with the rebound. Outlets for Klecker. And the Cascade Christian Challengers on a night where they had a lot of things not go their way. They end up taking the victory by a score of 53-49. Wow. What a contest. Worth the trip.
Nice job by the Challengers of really persevering and coming back in that second half and really outscoring Creswell in both the third and fourth quarters to take the victory.
Well, you know, it's a long season. And in a long season like that, you're going to have nights like tonight. And, you know, it's kind of like in baseball when a pitcher doesn't have his best stuff and you say, well, I'm out here. I gotta suck it up and gut it out. And I would say, you know, probably this might go down history as a gutsy outing by the Challengers.
Yeah, absolutely. As they stayed with it. They got down early by 12, as we discussed, and came all the way back, you know, down by 3 at half, down by 1 entering the fourth quarter, and able to pull away here in the fourth and get the victory. Then this is a building block for the Challengers. You know, we talk about it every year as coaches on the staff, is you want to get better as the season goes along, peaking at the state tournament. And this is a good building block, a nice step in that direction by Cascade Christian, getting this win here in Creswell.
Well, and, you know, with saying that, as far as let me make this prediction, I think we're going to see both these two at Coos Bay.
Well, both teams are very good. Both teams should at least make the state tournament. Now, whether both teams make the 8, we'll have to see. Creswell, you know, the Challengers are going to have an easier path, I think, provided they can take care of business against St. Mary's. And St. Mary's is a pretty good team, too. So, you know, you got to win your league to start with. And then if you win your league, you have a pretty good chance of getting in. The Creswell's challenge will be they're probably not going to win their league. Looks like Pleasant Hill is going to do that, at least from what we've seen so far. Who knows? But if Pleasant Hill wins the league and they get in as the number 2, it's a little bit harder path to get over to Coos Bay. Certainly, you can get in the playoffs, but then you got to win a game on the road somewhere to get to Coos Bay. So that'll be tough for them, and for the Challengers if they happen to not win their league. You know, it's all about winning your league. If you can win your league, it gives you the best chance to get to the state tournament over in Coos Bay.
Stay with us for the Know Your Role post-game show, which comes your way next. Visit travelmedford.org/knowyourrole to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better, and to learn about your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. We'll recap scoring and looking at key stats, all coming up on the Know Your Role post-game show here on TableRockSports.net. We'll be back shortly.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
finding your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Back here at Creswell, gutty performance by both teams. A hard-fought ball game. The Bulldogs of Creswell leading throughout much of the contest early. They were able to cause, with their rugged defense, early turnover trouble for the Challengers. In fact, in the first quarter, Challengers only got off 6 shots, which can't remember the last time that happened in the, shall we say, the shot clock era.
Yeah, for sure.
But Challengers, who trailed by 12 at one point, drew within 3. Late in the second quarter, the Challengers started making a run. Hudson Gottsman, who has had his ups and downs in the season, started becoming a big difference maker in that late second quarter run. Then you get into the third quarter, the Challengers seemed like they ratcheted up. But actually, both teams did a good job of taking care of the basketball in the third quarter. And then by that point, it just kind of set up a back and forth battle in the fourth quarter. The lead going back and forth. Challengers leading by 7 at one point, but Creswell showing their mettle and the quality of team that they are. They ended up fighting their way back and ended up taking the lead for a bit. But finally, at the end, the Challengers end up making some big plays. You mentioned one play where defensively for Andy Alvarez that he ended up making a play. And then one of the things I'm thinking of, there was a couple of times we employed the old replay here.
Alvarez with the dunk on the baseline. Nice catch there, Jim, on that replay.
Yep, and then here in the third quarter, and I believe this was a play by Gottsman. The ball is tipped around, outlet, and a feed actually.
And he makes the layup and gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. So a nice play by him. And that dunk by Andy Alvarez, it's interesting that you picked that up because that really started to turn the momentum around for the Challengers. Feel like, remember, they got the dunk, they got a 3 from Gottsman right after that, and they started getting some momentum going in this basketball game after being down 17-7 after 1.
Well, and may I say, as I turned over for stats and such, that certainly it looks like the stat sheet is a mixture of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Well, it really is, and you know, it's one of those deals where, luckily for the Challengers, I mean, they shot 8 for 16 from the free throw line. That's 50%. And if it wasn't for Brady Klecker, who was 6 for 7, I mean, think about that. He was 6 for 7, and everyone else was 2 for 9 from the free throw line. So he, you know, luckily for Brady, he was making his free throws tonight because the Challengers needed every one of those. But they end up 8 for 16 from the free throw line. Creswell 5 for 9. Not much better, 56%. The Challengers, though, from the field, 21 for 44. They only shot 17 shots in the first half. So got much more looks at the rim, much less offensive rebounds for Creswell in the second half, limiting them to 1 shot, and got themselves back in the game by doing those things and playing really solid defense. Creswell ended the game 19 for 45. That's 42%. The Challengers 21 for 44, 48%. So both teams shot the ball pretty well. You'd be fairly happy with that. Then the Challengers, remember, after 8 turnovers in the first half, only 4 in the second half. So Creswell had 4 in the first half, ends the game with 7. So both teams much better in the second half, taking care of the basketball. But the Challengers definitely, as you saw throughout the ball game, just played better and better as the game went along, and they end up coming back from 12 at one point, down 12 at one point to win this one, 53-49. And scoring first for Creswell, Landon Vaughn had 3, Ace Arnold had 9, Hunter Muston had 7, Schartz had 9, and they did a good job on him because you can tell he's a player, and the Challengers hold him to just 9 points tonight. Zach Hermanson with a bucket for 2, Velarde had 4, Tanner Fries with 5, and Luke Bailey with 8 for Creswell. So no one for Creswell in double figures, but a lot of guys scoring the ball, and we saw that. They have a nice deep group of seniors and juniors on this team, and you mentioned it. They're gonna go far this year. And the challenge for them is going to be Pleasant Hill in their league. For the Challengers tonight, everyone gets on the scoreboard, but those two, the senior and junior guards led the way tonight for the Challengers when they needed them. Hutton Walker had just 1, but Hudson Gottsman, the junior guard, has, you mentioned, have been struggling a little bit from the field tonight, ends the game with 15 and shoots really well getting those 15. Brady Klecker, the senior, I mentioned 6 for 7 from the free throw line. He ends the game with 16. Andy Alvarez has 4. Gavin Hayes with a bucket for 2. Derek Farmer with his share of defensive effort for sure tonight on Schwartz, and also ends the game with 8 points. Noah Darlin had a 3 for 3 points, and Jake Holden had 4 points, but the last 2 was one of the most important as it kind of sealed the game away for the Challengers, gave them a 4-point lead when the shot clock was turned off. So a good all-around game by everyone, a much better team game. The Challengers starting to figure it out, I think, and this was a very good win for Cascade Christian.
So that'll wrap things up. Coming up on the Creswell schedule, they'll be taking on Harrisburg on the 21st on a Wednesday, and then on Friday they'll be back here at home against Elmira. Meanwhile, for the Challengers, on Wednesday, go over to Bonanza, and then a big rivalry game with a good St. Mary's team coming up on Friday night. On Table Rock Sports, we'll have both the girls and the boys games, and that girls program back on the rise at St. Mary's again as well.
Well, and that's, for the league, as far as how the league's been going so far, both Challengers and the Crusaders undefeated in league. So St. Mary's Cascade Christian the winner of that game will move into the sort of first place spot in league play. A very important part of getting yourself a nice seed at the state tournament is to win your league.
Absolutely. Well, we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank Kyle Corden, the athletic director for Creswell, for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. And thank you to our officials for tonight's contest. Visit TableRockSports.net to see when our next live high school sports events are held. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Cascade Christian 53, Creswell 49. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Mark McLemore and Billy Hanning, I'm Jim McCoy saying thanks for watching and good night from Creswell High School in Creswell, Oregon.